Do you know what the edge of the universe looks like? Suppose humanity were flying this faster-than-light spaceship, traveling at a distance of 1 light-year per second. How long would it take to get there? At this speed, it would take just 1 second from Earth to reach the Oort Cloud, the boundary of our solar system. This is a spherical region 2 light-years across that encompasses the entire solar system. For seconds later, we would reach the closest star system to our Sun, Billing Centauri, a triple star system and the birthplace of the Trisolarans. 8 seconds later, you would see a star glowing bluish-white. This is Sirius, a typical blue dwarf and the brightest star in the sky. 20 seconds later, we would reach Gliese 581G, an inner planet just 20.5 light-years from Earth. Some scientists even believe that there is a 99% chance that life exists on this planet. After 7 minutes of flight, we passed the closest star cluster to Earth, the Pleiades, which contains more than 3,000 stars and spans 13 light-years. 10 minutes into the flight, we approached the Shinshio Temple, an aging star nearing the end of its life, poised for a terrifying supernova explosion. 25 minutes later, we flew over the Orion Nebula, one of the most beautiful nebulae in the universe. Stepping inside revealed a flood of newborn stars. 2 hours later, 3 giant pillar-like nebulae came into view, the pillars of creation within the Eagle Nebula. Their breathtaking beauty has earned them a place among the most beautiful nebulae ever imaged by the Hubble Space Telescope. 5.5 hours later, we arrived at Stevenson 218, the largest known star, about 10 billion times more massive than the Sun, enough to hold 1.3 trillion Earths. 7 hours later, as the density of stars increased, we reached the center of the Milky Way, where a supermassive black hole, Sagittarius A*, guides most of the galaxy's stars in its orbit. After a day of flying, we finally left the Milky Way, and now you can see it clearly in its entirety. Astronomers estimate its diameter to be about 100,000 light-years, containing between 100 billion and 400 billion stars. A month later, we reached the Andromeda Galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way, containing 1 trillion stars like our Sun and one of the most distant objects visible to the naked eye in the night sky. 2 months later, we left the local group, a small group of about 50 galaxies, including the Milky Way. 2 years later, we discovered that the local group was actually located within a much larger galaxy cluster, the Andromeda Supercluster, with a staggering diameter of 120 million light-years. After a 12-year journey, we emerged from the Laniakea Supercluster, a giant, feather-like structure containing at least 100,000 galaxies and an astounding diameter of 520 million light-years. As the spacecraft continued its journey, we saw more and more of the vast cosmic web of galaxies. But our true destination was reached after more than 1,400 years of travel. We had reached the edge of the observable universe, the limit of what humanity can see. However, this is not the true size of the universe. The real universe is 250 times larger. Even at such incredible speeds, we can only go so far, because the universe is constantly expanding faster than the speed of light. What lies beyond our universe? Is it an even larger universe, or countless parallel universes? We may never know.